Well, howdy partners, and welcome to a new game. You can get it on Steam Early Access, you see, and it's called Outlaws of the Old West. Now, I'm from the UK. I don't know how to do an American accent, so I'm not gonna do this too long before I piss every American off. I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, here we are. Outlaws of the Old West. It's a new game, and it's still in early access. So there might be some bugs in it. It kind of annoys me a little bit when people kind of cover early access games and they start moaning about it. You've got to expect there's going to be some problems. But so far, I have nipped in the game and done a few things because I want to kind of skip to where you can be at one point. I'll explain what's in game. So I'm going to jump in game and then I'll explain more what I'm going to do. Oh, before I do, I just want to show you this bit. As you can see, it says play online or single player. Now, I know people who love PvP might moan because there's a single player option, so people can do that and be safe. But I actually see this as a big plus because it gives you the chance to go in a single player game on a server on your own and learn how to craft, how to hunt, how to kill animals, how to make clothes and all this kind of thing. And it lets you practice it before you go into an online game. Because as you know, when people have played on an online game for a little bit, they've got no patience for anybody who's new. They forget that they once were new also. And they get very shitty if somebody's not good. So it gives you a chance to practice in single player and jump to online play, which I think is a great idea. But I'm going to go into single player. I've already started a server for myself to play in. And I'll explain what I'm going to do once I'm in game. Okay, so here we are in game. Now I've created my character. The character creation isn't too hard. It's kind of straightforward. You don't look at the camera, but you can kind of see what it looks like. It's just very basic stuff, to be honest with you. It's the old, like hair. Different. You've got like different presets for hair you can look through and color, and you kind of start with these on, where you've got the saggy ass thing going. Don't look at my notes, by the way. And, you can pick colour and that kind of thing. And this is how you start. Now, the first thing I did when I came in was what I would suggest anybody to do, is find a water source. You're always going to need water for yourself, and there's always going to be food there. And if you do get horses and that, you'll be able to, water them and everything. So, firstly, you want to start this. Now, as I was saying, what I have done is I have actually played this a little bit, so I can have some things done to show you what you can do later. When you spend a bit of time in game. So I have a cabin over that way, but for starts, I just want to show you how you can start off. So what you want to do is, it's not Minecraft. You can't go punching trees. So what you want to do is pick logs up off the floor to start with, and it's actually really nice. Graphically, it's really nice. See what I mean? It's actually this is an MMO. You can, like I said, you can go online and play it. So it's really nice. Startup communities. There's a lot of in-depth stuff to it, and you can swim. I love it. I do. I've played on it so far. I think it's really a special game. They have the potential of something really great here. Honestly. If they don't mess this up, it could be something really good. I think I picked some blackberries up, did I? Oh yeah, I made some meat for myself before just a little bit. I made some meat for myself before I stepped out at game, just so I don't starve. But you don't actually. It's not that hard because there's always things like blackberries around and things like that. Now you can see it's telling you in top right what you're picking up. So you pick up things like cotton. Now the thimble berries, I've never heard of them, to be honest with you. I'm sure somebody has. But they're actually edible, so if you need to eat, you can eat them. There's always lots of food in game, don't worry about that. So let's just keep picking these up. Now, once you're happy, you picked a few things up. There's a few different things you press. You press C key, letter C, and that'll bring up your crafting menu. Or you can bring up your tab, and that'll bring up your inventory. And then you can switch to crafting whichever way you want to do it. So we're going to start off by crafting an axe, and then we're going to do. Oh, I ain't got enough for a. What do I need? I need 2 more wood, and then I can do a primitive pickaxe. Now, when you craft something, it goes into your inventory, and you just put it down into your quick slots here. You've got 4, so then you can just press number 1, and you'll get your axe out. Now I just need a couple of wood, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to batter this tree, and now you've got an axe, you can of course hit the tree. I got around about 19 wood off that, so that's plenty. So let's straight away get into doing a pickaxe, isn't it? Yeah, that's the pickaxe. There you go. Now, of course, the pickaxe is for like nodes of stone, things like that. Not this big. You're looking for certain nodes. I'll see if I can show you one. Okay, so you've got something like this. It usually has colouring, like if it's coal, it'll be very black or very dark. If it's iron, it'll be like a brown colour. Coal, this is sulphur, so it's a green colour. And then you've got one that's like an orangey colour that's actually sold. So get your pickaxe on, and then start just hitting it. And as you can see, you're collecting it. Now you will collect sulphur. You will collect the rock it is, like sulphur, coal, whatever, but you will collect stone as well, so you'll soon have loads of stone. You'll soon build up on huge amounts of stone. Okay. So let's get over here. Now, to drink water, all you do is just go for a swim. There you go. I've just had a drink. It does it automatically. You can actually make a canteen and that later, so you can carry it around with you. But I'll show you some of the stuff you can make later anyway. So once you've got that, you can then look at your crafting. And of course there's other things you can make. So you might want to make a slingshot to start doing some hunting. So that's where you're going to start getting your food from. Now, you will need to keep collecting stone. You can collect these stones off the floor, remember. Because you're going to be shooting stones at the enemy. So let's just collect a few while that's being made. Here we are, here's coal. So, get my pickaxe out. Start hitting coal, as you can see. So that's going up. Now, coal, of course, I don't need to... A lot of you will know this anyway, but coal, you'll need it for things like cooking or smelting things, because this is quite in depth. It does all... You have to smelt all your own stuff, and you have to cook all your own meals and everything, and of course you'll need things like coal for that. Although there's a lot of coal nodes here, which is nice. You don't actually go through coal very quickly because it doesn't burn very quickly. Of course, you can use wood as well, but of course it goes through wood very quickly, so there's no point to that. Right, slingshot should be done by now, so that's in my inventory. So let's bring that down and we'll put it on 3. Now the last thing I want to make is this. I want to make this mallet. There's a lot of games that do this, where they have like a mallet and that opens up all the building part of things. What's this? Nothing. More cotton. Now cotton, of course, you can use for making clothes, because yes, you have to make your own clothes too. It's very in depth. If you like this kind of game, as I said, they've started off strong, and they have. There is possibilities for this game to be something really good. Let's not wander too far away from the water because, of course, as I said, you do need to kind of stay within a certain distance of the water, because if you're planning to have horses or animals, they're going to need water sources. So you don't really want to stray too far. Pick that wood up. Don't know why, because I can chop trees down now, so I don't really need to worry about that. So the water's just over here. Now, when you've done the mallet, I'll show you this real quick. So we'll find a flat place, piece of flat land. Although that may, alright, this will do. This will do. Let me just clear some of this stone away. This little bit will do. Now, let's say. So you get your mallet on. And what you do is you equip it, and then you hold down your right mouse button and it opens up this. Keep it held down. Miscellaneous will cover things like, oh, that weren't miscellaneous. Miscellaneous, oh, I keep laying on. Miscellaneous can do things like log windows, log stairs, you can do doors, pillars to support roofs and things like that. And then of course you've got your foundations, which is basically very easy. You've just got a log foundation, triangle, or just log foundation, which we'll start with, you see. So we'll put this down, we'll just put a couple together. And you see it kind of does this kind of thing. And then you can walk on it, and you can build a wall wheel, then you can build walls. So here's your walls. This does windows, door frames, and then you kind of your different angles and half blocks and things like that. Then you've got your ceilings to finish it off, which is nice and cool. And then of course, well, that's it really. Then you've got everything else. But as you can see, there's a lot of choices, and so this is basically what the game is. There's a lot more to it, you know, but I'm just trying to show you kind of the basic start of it, where you start, and how you need to build up. So of course you can find out what you need to, what materials you need when you get your out, click on something, and it'll tell you in the box there, log foundation. It takes 4 wood and 10 stone, and I haven't got that now because I've been doing this. I've built these 2, so you just have to keep doing loads. But once you've got a pickaxe, and once you've got, I bet it's wood that I've run out of. I've got 1 left. So once you've got a pickaxe and an axe, you should never have a problem with wood or stone, because you get stone just by naturally using your pickaxe on nodes, and you get wood from every tree you take down. So before you know it, you'll have built yourself a nice big place. Then if you go to crafting and you look further down, you can build like a fishing net that you can put in the water. It'll catch fish for you. You've got your campfires. You've got bigger versions of the campfire. You've got one here, one basic one here, campfire. Then you've got the large campfire and the mega one, which is bigger. You've got your crafting benches. That's a carpentry bench. You've got your metalwork bench. You've got your smelters. This is a forge. I mean, not smelters. It's a forge, and things like that. Then you've even got sewing tables and things like that. So you've got a sewing bench and hat and shoe bench, and you can make things like that. Of course, you've got a tannery rack where you can. So when you kill an animal, you skin it, and you've got like it's called what's rawhide. It depends what you kill. If you kill like rabbits or anything soft like that, then you get pelt. But if you kill something like a dog or a deer or a bear or something like that, then you get rawhide. And rawhide can go on the tannery and turn into leather, which you can make more stuff with. And you can. This is only just a small part. I mean, you can make lots of. You can, as you make some of these, it opens up more options. I'll be showing you that in a minute. You've got an anvil you can make, as you can use as well, and then you've got all this kind of stuff. You can even make wagons and things like that. So it's really good. Even a well. You can make a distillery and make yourself some moonshine. Why do I go deep? So sorry. I'm trying to burst into American again. I really shouldn't. And then you've got a grinder to do to turn things into dust and things like that. So what I am going to do, I'm going to now take you to what I did earlier, and I'll show you what kind of things you can do. So let's fast forward there. Okay, so here we are. This is my little home. Now, I did jump in here quickly. It isn't really built for a kind of place to sleep. It's built mainly just to have a load of crafting stuff in. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I only did it. It was only thrown together really quickly because I just wanted to show you what kind of thing you can do. Well, the building is solid enough. Look at that. It really is built solidly enough. It's done nicely. I quite like it. Nice strong foundation. There's tannery outside, and that when you click on tannery, you see you can transform rawhide. Every 2 rawhide is 1 leather, so you can turn things into leather. You can make this bolter, which is like a canteen. Works like a canteen. You can make if you make a sleeping bag or a bed, you can actually respawn there if you die. Because otherwise, it just respawns. You lose all your stuff if you die, which is a lot of MMOs do it, so that's no big deal. But you can respawn absolutely anywhere, and then you'd have to somehow find your way back. But if you have a bed, then you can respawn back in your bed, make yourself a whip, and then you can have some leather clothing, and that's what you can do here. Let me just nip over here and show you what I've got over here. So in the water over here, we have the fishing net. As you can see, it's full of fish. I have actually got some fish that have rotted there because I haven't been using them. There's so much food that I don't know what to do with myself, so it keeps spoiling. But never mind. So I'll just throw it away. Okay, so let's take you inside and show you the insides quickly. Now, I don't actually need most of this stuff that I have on me, so I'm going to actually throw it away because I don't actually use it, or I've already got it. So I'm going to throw that away. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Don't need one of them. I'll keep these because they're just resources that I can add to mine anyway. So let's go in. So let's turn on. Oh yeah, when I had to pick my name, I picked Billy No Friends because I'm playing on single player server. So yeah, Billy No Friends. Can't really get to that one because I put this station in the way. I think you can. I think I can, but I just there we go. And then I have some on ceiling as well. I don't know why the light sources aren't the best actually. They're not really bright, but as you can see, I've got quite high ceilings anyway, so it's nice enough. And then we have all these workbenches. Let me take you through them quickly, just to show you. So we've got this is the chemistry window. This is where you can make things like gunpowder, dynamite. You can make a landmine and all this kind of stuff, and the smoke bombs and all sorts. And then you've got this, which is your hat and boot kind of crafting place, so you can make any kind of hat or boot for yourself. Then we have here the anvil, and the anvil is good for making horseshoes for your horses and making glass moulds. And that's where if you do need to make glass for anything, you do it there. You make a glass mould, and then you have to turn it into glass by using a glass mould. So this is your sawmill, just for doing planks and paper. And then we have a gunsmith. I'll be showing you what you can do, what I've made in a minute, but you can make bullets there, you can make all sorts of guns here. Then we have the metal working window, which of course gives you a lot more things. New items you can make throwing knives now, sickles. You can make you make like two-handed axe, so you chop down trees a hell of a lot quicker, and two-handed pickaxes, so you can take the nodes down quicker. You've got shears as well, so you can take wool off its sheep, things like that for your clothing. And it just gets bigger and bigger the more you can do. And then you've got this, and look, a load more stuff opens up. Now you've got a canteen, you've got better axe and pickaxe. These are slightly inferior to the metalworking ones, but they're still pretty decent. You've got buckets, and then you've got other things you can do, which is just furniture, things like that. You can make your bed here. Now the difference between a bed and a bedroll is that your bedroll is a one-time use. So if you get killed and you teleport back to your bedroll, it's no good anymore. So you'd have to make another. Whereas a bed can be used over and over again. So you've got your bed, then you've got a bunk bed. Oh. And I don't think you can have kids on it. And then you've got a tool that's used to build fort walls. So you can even start to open even more stuff up. It's crazy. Here's your forge. And this is where you make glass. So if you do get to make glass, you've got to make a mould at the anvil. Then you bring it over here and you make glass. And you need 5 sand and a glass mould. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, it is. 5 sand and a glass mould. And that'll make it, and then you can make it into sand. And also you can make your blocks here, brick, silver, gold, and iron. There we go. What else? Oh yeah, here's your grinder. So you can grind a lot of things like sulfur up. So it's grinding now, look, grinding into dust. And then when it's done it's here. You just click take off, plus it into your inventory, and that can be used for something in crafting, that kind of thing. Here we have our, this is the, oh, what's it called now? Sorry, it's this. Sewing bench. There you go. So let's get in that. And this is where you can make all your clothing, different levels of clothing. Of course, you can do your hat and boot at the hat and boot bench over the other side. But this is where you make your shirts, tops, pants, kind of bandanas and all sorts of things there. And there's my bedroll. That's where I'll spawn back if I die. And here is where I have my stuff. So as you can see, I have a lot of stuff. Let me just throw this in. I'll make it more. I'll be more precise with it later because OCD will kill me. I'll have to do it. I'll have to clean it up. I'll just put everything in, except the food, and I'll keep a little bit of that. I haven't really got any wood, but it doesn't matter. You'll see why in a minute. Right, scroll down. This is what I had in my inventory before I prepared to record this video. So I've actually got a primitive axe, but I've got an actual axe ready to go, a better axe. So, and then we have a bow. Of course, the mallet that I told you about. I still have my slingshot, but there you are. I've got a pistol, and I've got a rifle, and I've got pistol ammo, and I've got where's my rifle ammo? I have got rifle ammo. Rifle ammo's there. See? And then I've got my arrows for my bow. And I've got quite a lot of wood, so that's fine. And as you saw, I've got a huge amount of stone. Because, as I said, you get stone when you're just normally crafting. When you're normally collecting from nodes. Here's my canteen. It's got some water in. You can tell because that bar's a little bit full. If I right click it, I take a drink. Oh, well, I will. I would if I weren't in this screen here. I'll just go back down. Right. So there's my coal. I'll just join that up. Nearly. And so that's what what rawhide looks like. That's when you kill something and take its skin. All this can stay. Most of this can stay in there. Just pulling it out real quick. In fact, I can leave the rest of that. So that's how it works. And then like you can. So I'll do that there, my mallet there, and we'll get my rifle going. And then you pick it, and there you go. I've got my rifle. Got a cooking station outside. It's what best you can do. And let's just do a warning shot. Boom! Really nice. So as you can see, it's a massive land. It goes out into very, very distance, and you can actually reach most of them places. I ran in one position, in one direction for like 15-20 minutes, and I didn't reach end or anything. I actually just turned back in end and came back. One at times I actually got lost, and I was running around for literally an hour, and it took me an hour to find this place, and I still never got to any borders or anything. So yeah, very, very, very good. This is salt. I wanted to show you salt. Let me show you salt. So I showed you coal, which was black. I showed you sulfur, which is green. This is salt deposit. See, salt added to. So let's pick these up. I've got a better pickaxe than what you start with. I don't use primitive one there. And if I can see an iron, there's an iron down here. Yeah, this is an iron node. This one's like it. That's what that one looks like. So with this, you'll get iron, but you'll get stone with this as well. So you end up getting loads of stone. There we go. So get this, and then we'll call it today. I think there's not much now. What I will say, I hope sun's out. It's a beautiful game. It really is. The graphics on it are really good. What I will say is, even on the single player game, there are some NPC bandits that run around. They don't really bother you unless you're in the pathing, then they won't bother you. But if they're not, you can actually run around and find them. And when they see you, they'll just run at you and start shooting you. So, just so you know, if you are going to explore, make sure you've at least got a bow with you or something. I know it's probably not good against their gun, but if you're careful, you can survive. Okay, I think that's it. That's what I wanted to show you. You can actually make a fishing rod if you want to do some fishing, if you enjoy doing some fishing straight in. That's fine. I'll quickly show you how cooking works. See, some more are spoiled. Sorry, fish. So let's take a fish, put it in here, and then we'll go to our cooking station. And this is the same principle for everything, whether it be smelting or whatever. It's the same principle. You put your thing in top here, whatever your ingredient is, and then you need a fuel source. If you hold down shift and click it, you can then choose how many you want. Once you've picked how many you want, just click it again and drag it into fuel. And then when you're ready, just click ignite. And that'll start cooking, and so on and so forth. And they all work the same. Smelter works the same. See, you put your fuel in here, and if you've got, like, say, iron, I want to make an iron bar. I have enough iron in my inventory, so that's all I need. Double click it, comes up here, and it says it's making an iron bar. First I need some ignition. There you go, and there's a bar, and that's counting down. When it gets to the bottom, then the iron bar comes here, and you just click take all. Then extinguish the flame, because you don't need it anymore, and you've got yourself an iron bar. It's beautiful when there's a storm. Look at that. You can actually see lightning coming down at times. Because it's not over you, it's in distance, but you can still see lightning. Look, absolutely amazing. If it were over me, I'd be shiting. It actually sometimes gets quite close. It's quite ominous, because everything goes darker and lightning's flashing down. It's crazy. Well, I love it. Anyway, so if you want to see more of this, I will make more. I'll show you how to kill the bandits and that, and if you want me to go on the online version, I will. So let me know. But yeah, tell me what you think of the game. If you're looking for, if you'd like to have a look at it, it is on Steam, early access, of course. Link is in the description to it, and I will see you soon. So from Billy No Friends and myself, you have a good day, and bye for now.